Hey there, everybody. This is CP Cards and Dice, and welcome to a continuation of our Fall Classic Baseball Oakland 1980 project, where we each there are five managers, and each play 32 games or 30 games. Each play 30 games. Um, Actually, each play 32 games, and we finish the season in 6 weeks. 6 weeks or sooner. You know, you can finish sooner if people choose to, but everybody has 21 days, 42 days to finish their 32 games. And this is my one, two, three, fourth game. So the A's are 2-1 under my managing. And today we have one of the that I've been looking forward to uh, playing with and rolling with is Matt Keogh. Matt Keogh had an amazing season with a 1.2 WHIP. He had only 121 strikeouts. These weren't strikeout pitchers, so they weren't throwing hard. So there's no reason to say that even though they did pitch and he only pitched. When I say only, of course, you know, for the period 1980, he only pitched 250 innings. So he didn't pitch 350 innings or 400 innings. He did have 28 complete games, which is pretty impressive. He only started 32 games. He came in. Oh, actually, no, he had 20 complete games. I thought Matty Keogh had 28 complete games for some reason. He had 20 complete games looking at these stats. Let me look at their other pitchers. I thought one of the pitchers had a lot more. Okay, Mike Norris had 24 complete games. Brian Kingman had 10 complete games. Rick Langford had 28 complete games. He pitched 290 innings. Rick Langford. Holy smokes. I love this pitching staff. I love that because, you know, this is a throwback to the season, to the early 70s. This pitching staff is and Steve McCatty had 11 complete games. But you have five guys that pitched, you know, over 200 innings, and I love this. That's why I was excited about playing 1980. So anyway, let's get started. It's going to be the lineups. This is June 7th, 1980. It's going to be Mike Torres, Boston at Oakland. Oakland has that big foul territory, and that plays a big role in keeping the ERAs down for these pitchers. So it's going to be Mike Torres. He's picked up as a free agent in, I believe, 78. This is 78, 79. This is his third season with the Red Sox. It's going to be Rick Burleson, the shortstop, leading off, followed by Jerry Remy, the second baseman, Jim Rice, the left fielder, and Tony Perez batting cleanup at first base. Collier Scrimsty, the DH, batting fifth. Batting sixth is Jim Dwyer, the center fielder. Butch Hobson, the third baseman, batting seventh. Batting eighth is Dwight Evans, the right fielder, and Dave Rader, giving Carlton Fisk a break. And this is the second game of a three-game set. After this, we either play Boston. So here goes. So you're basically getting three pitcher cards for the price of one, which is pretty impressive. And that is a 9, right? A 9 is going to be a B pitcher. So Keogh is a B pitcher, and he's ready to roll. Here's ready to pull. And that's a fly out to right field. Well, no, we have to look at the number of 14. 14 is an out. And we'll pull another card for the out, and that's a grounded short. A little chopper charged by Mario Guerrero. He's the shortstop. In the infield for the A's, it's Wayne Gross at third, Guerrero at short. Mickey Klutz, the second baseman, and Dave Revering at first. Behind the plate is Jeff Newman and Matty Keogh pitching. So that's one down. Here's Jerry Remy, left-handed hitter. Jerry Remy batted .313 that season. So he had a heck of a season in 1980. It's going to be a 43. We're going to look at a 43. That's a blank for a B pitcher. That's going to be an out. Let's see what kind of an out it is. It's a fly to center field. Tony Armas over, settles under it, makes the catch. Two down. And here's Jim Rice. Jim Rice batting third. He batted .294 with 24 home runs. And that's a 45. 45 is an out. And Keogh, it is an out. And it's a line out to the right fielder, Davis. Mike Davis in right field for the for the A's, and that retires the side. Just like that, Matty Keogh had a heck of an inning. Let's see what Mike Torres is going to be for us today. He will be an 18, which is going to be a C. I got to get little letters, A, B, and C, and like just place it on top of that would be easier than having to write it in. All right, here's Ricky Henderson. He's a right-handed hitter, batted .303. Stole 100 bases in 126 attempts. So he's got a lot of steals on his card. That's a 56. 56 is a blank. And on Torres is going to be a strikeout. So Henderson swings and misses at a Torres slider, I guess he's throwing. One away. Here's Mitchell Page, a left-handed hitter. That's a 21. A 21 is a swing, and he goes down on strikes, 2 down. And it's Dave Revering batting third, and it's a 63. 63, you go to 63. That's an out. See, fly ball in the gap, and Dwight Evans with a good jump gets there and retires the side to the top of the second. Tony Perez, Carl Yastrzemski, and Jim Dwyer, the center fielder. And that is an 8. I don't know why I roll that. Just pull a card, and we get a number. It's a 62. 62 is a blank. Keogh is maybe a 1 to. We rolled an 8. It's a 1 to 6 strikeouts. It's going to be a. Let's see. He's a righty, so it's a ground ball to third. Wayne Gross scoops it, fires the first, high throw. Nice stretch by Revering over there. 1 down. Yastrzemski. And he's batting from the right side. Let's switch him over to the left side real quick. All right. And that is going to be a 13. 13 on Carl's card is an out. They fly. Center field. Can of corn for Armas. 2 down. And Jimmy Dwyer, left-handed hitter. Dwyer batted 285 with 9 home runs in half the season. So approximately he would have hit about 20 home runs and 80 RBIs for the season. So he would have had a pretty good season had he played the whole year. But of course, he's probably a platoon guy batting against right-handed pitchers. All right, it's a 45. 45 is going to be an out on Keogh's card, and that's a fly ball. And that was, who was that out there? Mike Davis makes the catch, and that retires the side. We go to Wayne Gross. Wayne Gross, Tony Armas, and Jeff Newman, followed by Mike Davis, Mickey Klutz, and Mario Guerrero. Mickey Klutz, an ex-Yankee. He was with the Yankees in the late 70s. All right, here's the pitch. It's a 44. That's line base hit. Played on a hop by Dwight Evans in right center field. Got over there quickly. So Gross is on with a single. Tony Armas is next. Here's the pitch from Mike Torres, and that's a 21. 21 is a strikeout. Armas swings and misses at a Torres fastball. Here's Jeff Newman, right-handed hitter, with Wayne Gross at first. No score in this game. So 44, that is going to be a line drive base hit left center field. And over to third is going to goes Gross. First and third now. And they're going to play the infield back, looking for that double play. Not going to worry about giving up a run. It's still early in the game. And we could play the infield in on the corners. And but it's not worth it. We're just going to play the Mike Davis first and third, 1 out. It's a 22, and that is going to be some sort of an out, kind of an out. It's a fly ball, deep center field, and runner on first is going to hold, but runner on third, and Gross is going to tag up. The throw from Dwyer, not nearly in time. So it's going to be 1-0 A's. Sacrifice fly for Mike Davis. And here's Mickey Klutz, right-handed hitter. Klutz batted 269, so he held his own in about 1/3 of the season. That's a 2. It's a 61. 61 is a blank. Torres, we said it was a C. That's going to be a K. So he fans Klutz. And that's the third out. All right. We go to the top of the third. It's 1-0 A's. Butch Hobson leading off. He bats from the right side. That's a 62, 62, and that is a potential strikeout. 1-6 a strikeout, and it's a strikeout for Keogh. Matt Keogh died at 65 years old recently, by the way. I think last year he died. Dwight Evans is next. Look at the third, column of 31, and that is a ground ball and through in a center field for a base hit. Drove one right back up the middle. And he's on at first. Here's Dave Rader, the catcher. He's a left-handed hitter. Rader batted .328. Holy smokes. So he must have a pretty good card. And he is an A hit and run guy. So we're going to hit and run with him. Let's see if we can find a chart. Going to hit and run with him. Runner on first and 1 out. Let's find the hit and run chart. Oh, just found it. There it is. Okay. I'm going to roll. We actually will pull. You know what? We've got to add them up. So it is the third inning, and that's going to be a 6 and a 1 is a 7. And the 7 is going to be a 6 and a 1 is a K. Check for a K. If it's a strikeout, the runner attempts to steal, but his SBS -6. So, wow. Dwight Evans has an SBS of 15. His -6 is going to be a 9. And he is out at second base as a strike him out, throw him out, double play. And that was Mario Guerrero with the tag. That's going to retire the side for the Red Sox. We go to the bottom of the third. It's going to be Mario Guerrero leading off. Now, what's really interesting about this replay is that we get to, the coaches get to see each other's box scores. And when you're looking at the box score, reading another guy's game, it's like, hey, that's my team. So there's an interesting little sensation there that, hey, that's actually my team, and I'm interested in how they did. So there's an interest, more of an interest to finding out what happened and how the guys did and so on and so forth. So it's interesting. I never thought of that. All right, so here's bottom of the third, Mario Guerrero. And that's going to be a 41. 41's a blank on Torres. A 41's ball 4. So Torres manages to walk, and he's on with a base on balls. And here's Ricky Henderson. Henderson is also hit and run A. And let's see what kind of base runner Mario Guerrero is. May try to hit and run again. He's a base runner. He's a 10 stolen base guy. Not really a speedster type. But let's see. Ricky Henderson didn't hit many home runs either. Well, he hit 9 home runs, 4 triples, 22 doubles, 600 bats. Just gonna let him swing away. All right, and that is a 22, and that is a line drive that to opposite field, right field. And if the runner is F, he advances, others can risk. And we're not going to risk it, so we're going to stop first and second. Would have been good if I had him running, because then Ricky would have had a chance to steal second. All right. Here's Mitchell Page. First and second, nobody out. Mitchell Page with a 15. 15 is a strikeout. So Torres strikes Page for out number 1. Here's Dave Reverend. He's a left-handed hitter. It's a 41. 41 is a blank, and a 41 is a base on balls. That's the second walk in this inning by Torres. That's going to load the bases with only 1 out for Wayne Gross. We're playing the infield again. We're playing the infield halfway, looking for that double play. See if we can get it. That's a 46. 46 is going to be no park home run, But we're going to look and see what we roll. He's a lefty, so we're going to look on the left side, and that is an 11, and that's going to, again, the curse of the Oakland Alameda County Coliseum. Huge foul territory. That's going to be a pop-up, and the third baseman is going to make it there. 4 out, number 2. So that helps. That keeps the ERA in this park, fairly low. So with 2 outs, here's Tony Armas. Now Tony Armas has tremendous power. Hit 35 home runs. He's got a lot of home runs on his card. See what happens. We're looking at third inning. That's a 43, and that doesn't look like it's going to be a home run. That's for sure. It's going to be a ground ball to the third baseman who's going to step on the bag, and that's going to retire the side. So the A's leave 3 men on. They lead it by a run here in the top of the 4th. In the top of the 4th, it's Rick Burleson, Jerry Remy, and Jim Rice. Top of the order for the Red Sox. Matt Keogh. It's allowed 1 hit so far in 3 innings. Here's a pitch. It's going to be a line drive, base hit. Frozen rope off the bat of Rick Burleson. He's on at first. Jerry Remy's going to try a hit and run. Let's do that. We're looking at a 4. That's a 9. That's a ground ball to short. Oh, no, it's a pop-up. Oh, A-grade ground to second, runners advance. So he does get it on the ground and advances the runner. So Remy, because he is an A hit and run guy, he is going to ground it to second instead of popping it up. And that moves the runner to second base, exactly what the doctor ordered. That's what you want with a hit and run. You want that runner to move up. Hey, Tri-Fan, how are you, brother? Sure, absolutely. Love to hear about your scoring system. No, no. My comment again wasn't. It was about how you score using your notebook without these columns. I could never do that. They'd be all over the place. It would look just like a mess. It would look like if you've ever seen the Picasso, I think it's called Guernica, where everything's upside down and everything is intertwined, and you got to look at that. That's what mine would look like if I used your technique. I couldn't be able to do that. I'm not that neat in my handwriting. So with 1 out, it's Jim Rice here against Matt Keogh. We got a runner at second base. It's 1-0 A's. We're doing a Fall Classic Baseball, Tri-Fan. What a game. Has a little bit of strat in it. It sure does. Yes, it does. It's got double and triple splits. It's got every season available. It's got every player available. Right now, you got buy 2, get 1 free PDFs for $40. You get 3 seasons. Got every season you would ever want. It's plays so quick and easy. It's lovely. Wow. And we got 5 guys that have kind of come together and have decided that they're going to replay 1 season, 1 team, and each manager is going to get 32 games, and we get 42 days to finish 32 games, and then we turn in all the stats and we compile the stats, and we'll know how every player did and how every pitcher did. So if you want to get in on this, and the next time we do it, you're welcome to do that. All right, so again, Jim Rice, he's a power hitter, right-handed hitting power guy who had was very, very he was a star. He was a star in the 70s and the 80s, early 80s. In 1980, he hits 24 home runs, bats .294. He's a pretty good above-average outfielder. Good in left field, not really a good right fielder. His arm is not really strong in right field. So here's the pitch from Matty Keogh. That's going to be a 51, so that's going to be an error check. And I really want you to see how quickly and easily we check errors in this game. Now, you don't have to write down anything because everything's on this page. This comes out when you buy the PD. When you buy any season, you get this information. So let's find out who the ball is hit to. It's going to be hit to the shortstop. Shortstop today is Guerrero. He's a 6 error rating. So as long as we don't roll 1 to 6, and we roll an 8. So That's going to be a ground ball, and the runner's going to hold on that. 6-3. Runner holds. You know what? On that, let me see if the runner holds. The runner may move on that. Let me double check. No, he holds. It says hit runner on second, hit the first base or third base, runner advances. So that means if it's hit anywhere else, he does not advance. So Burleson holds his ground at second base. Guerrero bobbled it a second, but looked Burleson back and then threw out Jim Rice. And here's Tony Perez. Yes, believe it or not, Tony Perez. I know him from the Reds. I know him from the Phillies. Now he's with the Red Sox. And in a couple of years, he's going to be with the Phillies. And I believe 83 is with the Phillies. So he's bouncing around a little bit. He's been around a long time in the league. In 1980, he's 38 years old, but he's a first baseman, so they last a little bit longer. You don't have to be very mobile at first base. All right, see what happens. And we're looking at 24. 24 is a potential hit by pitch on a roll of a 1. That's going to be unusual. And that's going to be a ground ball hit at third base. Wayne Gross up with it, fires the first, and they get Tony Perez to retire the side. So the Red Sox strand one, and it still scores 1-0 A's. Jeff Newman here in the bottom of the fourth. It's a 44. That's a ground ball, and through the left side, squirted through the infield. Jim Rice plays it, gets it to Burleson, and Jeff Newman is on at first. Mike Davis, here's the pitch to Davis. It's a 15. The 15 is an out. Davis is a lefty. It's a ground ball second base, and this is going to be a 4-6-3 double play unless the second baseman, Jerry Remy, is a W arm, and I don't think he's a W arm. And he is not a W arm. He's an A arm. So that's a 4-6-3 double play. They turn it. It's Remy to Burleson. Oh, jeez. Remy to Burleson to Perez. Two down. Mickey Klutz. 62 is a blank on Torres. It's going to be a fly ball center field. On the run is Dwyer. Will he get there? Yes, he does. He runs it down to retire the side. Top of the fifth, 1-0 A's. It's going to be Carl Yastrzemski, Jim Dwyer, and Butch Hobson. Two lefties and a righty against Matt Keogh. That's a 41. 41 on Yastrzemski is a blank. 41B, it's ball 4. So the tie run is on. Yastrzemski is an average runner. Jim Dwyer. Here's a pitch to Dwyer. It's a 41 again. It's back-to-back walks. Oh, I misread it. Misread we're in the fifth inning. Okay, no, my mistake. This is different. This is going to be a line drive base hit right center field. Cut off by Armas. And Yastrzemski is going to hold. So I looked at the fourth. I'm glad I double checked, because what I did was I looked at the fourth column, and we're in the fifth inning. So this puts runners on first and second, nobody out, and it's Butch Hobson. Butch Hobson is not a bunt guy. It's a 45. 45 is a blank. And on Matty Keogh is going to be an out. We would like a double play ball here. Will we get it? If the first baseman has a strong arm, and that's Dave Revering. Revering has a strong arm, so he's going to go 3-6-3 double play, and he turns it. That's the beauty of this game, you know. Yes, and the Expos as well. Tri-Fan knows his baseball trivia. So yeah, the great thing about this game is that their ability to turn double plays also plays a role. But it's for some reason it's just very fluid. It's like it doesn't take more than a second. So that is going to be 2 outs now. Ground ball. Say 3-6-3, and they turn it. And one runner advances to third, but the other runners are both out. And Dave Revering with a strong arm at strong throw to second. Guerrero back to first in time. And here's Dwight Evans. Dwight Evans, let's learn a little bit about him. In 1980, batted .266, hit 18 home runs and about 500 plate appearances. So he had a decent season with 60 RBIs. So here's a pitch from Matty Keough. And it's a silver. That's a deep drive off the bat of Evans. That's way back to left center field. Back goes Armas. Back goes Henderson. And that ball is out of here. 2-run home run, and that makes the score 2-1. Dwight Evans connects and sends a Matty Keough fastball over the left center field fence for a 2-1 lead here in the top of the 5th inning. And now it's Dave Rader. He's 0 for 1. He struck out. 56. Looks like he's going to strike out again, and he does. But the Red Sox in the top of the 5th pick up a couple, and they lead it 2-1. This is game 2 of a 3-game set. The A's won the first game 4-2. Mike Norris went the distance. Mario Guerrero leading it off. It's a 31. That's a ground ball and through the infield. Single for Guerrero. He's on at first. Ricky Henderson. Here's the pitch. That's a 64. 64 is an out. Henderson, and it's going to be a ground ball to third. Only one play. That's the first. Just get Henderson by half a step. And Mitchell Page. Here's the pitch to Mitchell Page. 45. That's a blank on Torres's card. It's an out. It's going to be a line out and a 5. It's going to be a line out to third base. Nice snag by Butch Hobson. The lefty goes the other way with it and lines one, but caught by Hobson. No double play, no chance to get Guerrero at second. And with 2 outs, here's Dave Revering. Revering got a .290 with 15 home runs and 62 RBIs. Here's the pitch. It's a 53. That's going to be a range check. Range check on who? On the center fielder. Range check on the center fielder. Who's out there? Jimmy Dwyer. Dwyer has a range of 7. So anything above a 7 is going to be a base hit, and that drops in there for a base knock. And will this be the score? Will this score the tying run? And see, what kind of an arm is he? He is an A arm, so that's going to force me to risk. So it's going to be a 1, 2, 3. He's out, and we're going to try it. Here's the play at the plate, and he is safe. And Dave Revering's not a fast. Oh, he is a fast runner. Dave Revering's going to go to second on the throw to the home. All right. And so that's 2 outs, runner on second base. Wayne Gross. Here's a pitch. We're still in the bottom of the 5th inning, 2-2 now. That's a 64. 64 and a 64 is an out. That is a pop-up. That's going to be a second baseman. Squeeze it for the 3rd out, and that retires the side, but not before the A's come back and tie it all up with a 2-out single. By Dave Revering. All right. So it's going to be Burleson leading it off against Matty Keough. Scores 2-2 in the top of the 6th. 1980. This was played June 7th, 1980. Where were you June 7th, 1980? That's a 6. It's going to be a 42. 42 is a blank. 42 on Keough is a walk. 3rd walk allowed by Keough. Go ahead, runs on at first. Here's Jerry Remy. Jerry Remy's a good bunter. We're going to try to bunt him over right now. We try to bunt them over. Got to roll 2 dice, and it's going to be a pop-up. Will it be a double play? No. So pop-up to the catcher. Jimmy Rice. And that is going to be a inning number 6. That's going to be a 54. It's going to be a wild chart with a runner on base. Men on base. It's going to be a wild pitch. And let's see, Matty Keogh is a 1-18. And that is going to be, that's going to be a pass ball. Pass ball on Newman. Let's see, pass ball on Newman. Yes, it is. So that sends Burleson to second. So the go-ahead run is on at second base right now. Let's try to get that going here. I don't know what happened. That was weird. All right, Jim Rice still at the plate. So here's a pitch. It's a 6. We're looking at column 6. That's a line drive, base hit. Will that score Burleson? Don't know. If a W to left field, Ricky Henderson has a strong arm, so he's going to hold at third. He's going to hold. They're not going to test Ricky's arm first and third. Now we're going to bring the infield in. That's going to be a 16. 16 for Perez is anything on the ground is going to be a double play. Nope, it's a fly ball. Run with risk to score. Burleson's going to tag up. 1-3, and he is safe. 4-6, he is out, and he is safe. So it's a sac fly to the right field. And the Red Sox take the lead on a fly ball by Tony Perez. And here's Yastrzemski, Carl Yastrzemski. 3-2. That's a 36. 36 is a blank. 36 on Keogh is a. What's it going to be? It's a line to center field, and Armas is right there. Doesn't have to move very much. And that retires the side. But the Red Sox come right back and they retake the lead. They lead at 3-2. Go to the bottom of the 6th. All right, here's Armas. Tony Armas batted .279 with 35 home runs, 109 RBIs. Those are like MVP type numbers. 1980. All right, we're in the bottom of the 6th. We're looking at column 6. That's a 13. 13 is going to be a fly ball deep center field. On the run is Dwyer, and he catches up to it on the warning track. He got a good jump on that ball. Read it well off the bat. Jeff Newman with a 16, and that is going to be a swing and a miss, and that's strike 3. 2 down. And Mike Davis with a 12, and that is a fly ball. Shallow right field, racing in is Evans, and he gets there for the 3rd out. That was quick, 3 up and 3 down. I'm going to have to start checking. Keogh can go, he can go how many batters? 36 batters. Mike Torres can go 32 batters, so we're going to start looking at that. See where Keogh's at. Keogh's at 18. No, Keogh has a way to go. And let's check Torres, how he's doing. Torres is, he's almost at the end. That'll be 27. He can go 29, so he's towards the end. All right. This is going to be Jim Dwyer leading it off. Here's a pitch. 7th inning, so we're looking at column 7. It's a 63, and 63 is a ground ball hit at second base. Mickey Klutz over to first. 1 down. Butch Hobson's next. And here's a pitch. It's a 14, and that is going to be a fly ball. Center field. Armas on the run in the gap, and he tracks it down. Tony Armas flashing the leather. Nice drive by Butch Hobson. And with 2 outs, it's Dwight Evans. We're at the top of the 5th. It's 3-2 Boston. It's an 11. That's going to be ball 4. So Keogh on a 3-2 pitch loses him. Not happy with that call by the umpire. And out to the mound is going to go Jeff Newman. Here comes Dave Rader. Dave Rader is the catcher. That's batted .328 with 3 home runs and about 150 plate appearances. Here's the pitch to Rader. That's a 7. That's a 32. It's a blank on Rader's card. So we're going to go over to Keogh, and that's going to be a potential ball. That's a drive in the gap, and that will be a caught by Armas in center field. Great play. So he robbed Rader of a double there. One to 6 would have dropped in, and all right. Let's see. Bottom of the 7th. That is take me out to the ball game time. Come on. You cannot be without take me out to the ball game for a second while I look up some stuff here, real quick. Let's see. No, it's not. Take me out to the ball game. Let's see. All right. How about this one? I got to quickly check up and see who the relief pitchers for Boston are. That is Bing Crosby and Gene Kelly and Frank Sinatra, by the way. All right, this is game 51. Second game in Boston. Let's see what they look like here. What the bullpen looks like in today's game. Oh, I don't think. Let's see. Oh, they don't use the 2 complete games in this. Let's look at the next game. See what we see. We can pick up on some Red Sox. All right, we're gonna get a couple of guys: Dick Drago and Tom Bergmeyer. Drago and Bergmeyer. All right. So let's continue the game. Welcome back. And the score is 3-2. Red Sox. We're in the bottom of the 7th. It's going to be Mickey Klutz leading off, followed by Mario Guerrero, and then top of the order, Ricky Henderson. All right, we're using fast action cards, playing Fall Classic Baseball. And here's the pitch from, we can still go with him. Let's see. He can go another, oh no, he's almost done. That's 27. Let me see. Jerry Remy, he can go 4 more. So he may be able to get out of this inning. Let's see what happens. Bottom of the 7th, that's going to be a 53. That's going to be a range check on who? On the left fielder. Left fielder, that's Jim Rice. And Jim Rice in left field is a range of 8. So 8 or less, he makes a not fine running catch. But no, this one drops in. This one drops in for a base hit single. And that puts the lead runner on, Mickey Klutz. Mario Guerrero, he's a good bunter, so he will be bunting. We want to tie this ball game up. It's 3-2 Red Sox. And that is going to be a pop-up. Could be a double play. And it is not a double play, so it's going to pop up to the catcher. All right. And Ricky Henderson. Here's the pitch. It's a 7. We're looking at column 7, 25. 25 is going to be an out. Kind of an out. It's a righty. It's going to be a ground out. And we run on first. Refer to white die. 25. 5 is going to be, let's see. Okay, refer to white die, original roll. If die number 1, then S runner is out at second on a fielder's choice. So no, it's not going to happen. It's going to be a 1-2. Klutz is not an S. There's no way. He's an A, I believe, yeah. It's going to be a 1-3. And Klutz advances to second. That puts the tying run at second base. Just what the doctor ordered. And here's Mitchell Page with 2 outs. He's a left-handed hitter. Here's a pitch from Torres, and that is a 14. 14 is a strikeout. That's the 3rd time, I believe, that Page has struck out in this game. Let's see if that's true. And he has, yep, that'll be his 3rd time. And that retires the side. We go to the top of the 8th. And it's going to be Matt Keogh facing Burleson at the top of the order. Burleson, Remy, and Jim Rice. Burleson's 1 for 2, and he's walked. And that's a 14. 14 is going to be a line drive. And what was the number again? It was an 8 of 14. It's going to be a line drive to the second baseman, caught by Mickey Klutz. L4 if you're scoring at home. 1 out. 13 for Remy. And that's lined and caught by the first baseman. So 2 lineouts. For the Red Sox, they're hitting the ball on the screws, but just right at somebody. And here's Jim Rice. Rice is 1 for 3 today. He's flied out, grounded out, and single. So 45. 45 is a blank on Keogh. 45 is going to be a fly ball, deep right center field. On the run is Mike Davis. And will he get there? Yes, he does. Bottom of the 8th. It's going to be Dave Revering, Wayne Gross, and Tony Armas. 2 lefties and a righty. And Mike Torres is going to get pulled because he's out of he's not a guy that went a lot of innings. So we're going to have Tom Bergmeyer coming in to face 2 lefties. And he's going to be our closer. So we're bringing in our closer already. So it is that time. Because I don't think he's got, wait a second, he can go, how many go here? Yeah, he can only go 29, and he's past that. He's surpassed that. All right. So we're going to write in Bergmeyer. Bergmeyer, right? Bergmeyer. And he's lefty. Bats lefty as well. All right, we wrote him into I-score. We're going to pop him into the pitcher spot, and he's our closer. And see if we can he can get 6 outs for us. Dave Revering up, and here's the pitch. We're going to look at column 8, and that is a 51. Somebody. Better check on the shortstop, Burleson. So it's a ground ball to Burleson, and he's in error 6. And he bobbles it for a split second, but then gets a hold of it and fires to first, and they get Revering by half a step. So once he bobbled it, he had to rush it, but he made an accurate throw, able to get his man. Here's Wayne Gross. Wayne Gross has some power, 14 home runs in about half a season, so proportionally would have hit 28 home runs. Here's a pitch. It's a 63. 63 is a blank, and on Bergmeyer. Oh, I didn't check Bergmeyer. I forgot to do that. Let's do that. It's a 1, so he's going to be an A pitcher. 63 is a strikeout. So Gross down swinging. So the relief pitcher rolled a 1. Ouch. He's an A. So the Oakland A's have their work cut out for them. Here's Tony Armas with great power, hit 35 home runs. That's an 8. That's a 44. That's line base hit for Armas. Oh, and this could go for more. No, they cut it off and they keep it to a single. Could have been a triple had they gone by. And it's Jeff Newman now. Jeff Newman with a 14. 14. It's going to be a ground ball to short, and he's going to Burleson, flips to Remy to retire the side. So we'll go to the top of the 9th, last inning. Matty Keough still in there. Going for a potential complete game. We don't know. We'll see what happens. Matty Keough can go 36 batters. Let's see how many he's gone. He's gone. No, he's still got a bunch to go, so he's still good. Matty Keough. Matty Keough had a 1.2 WHIP. Doesn't the ERA isn't on these cards? That's one thing I would ask to add that. Tony Perez. Here's a pitch, top of 9th. So 43. 43 is a blank. And on Keough, it's going to be a ground ball to the first baseman. Revering steps on the bag ahead of Perez. 1 down. Next batter is Carl Yastrzemski. He's a lefty. It's a 51. That's going to be an error check on somebody. Oh, on the second baseman, an exotic chart on the second baseman. Let's see if we can pull the exotic chart easily. So we don't have to look through it. We have to look through it. Let's see if we can find the exotic chart. Probably towards the back end. Yep, got it. All right, there's nobody on, so we're looking at the shortstop exotic chart, I believe. Yeah, no, second base exotic chart. So we're looking at second base exotic chart. Base is empty. Real bad sacks like throw to first, batter to second. F batter tries for third. Yastrzemski's not in there, so it's going to be a ground ball to the second baseman, Klutz, who bobbles it, now hurries and throws it over Dave Revering's head into the stands. So it's a 2-base error. Two-base error on the second baseman. And with 1 out, Yaz is on at second. That would be a good insurance run for the Red Sox. And they're going to walk Dwyer to set up a double play. And they're going to pitch to potentially walk Dwyer to pitch to Butch Hobson. Here's the pitch from Keough. That's a 51. That's another error check. This time it's going to be on the third baseman. Third baseman is Wayne Gross, and Wayne Gross at third base is a error of 6. So as long as it's not 6 or less, and it is not, and it's going to be a fielder's choice, 5-4. Fielder's choice. 2 outs now. They can only get 1. So there's going to be runners on first and third. And up comes Dwight Evans. Here's a pitch, and that is a 52. Another error check. Oh, my goodness. And a left field error check. And that's going to be 2 bases if Ricky Henderson in left field. Henderson is an error 6. Oh, boy. And that is not going to be an error. He runs it down in foul territory, Ricky Henderson. So that's a ball that's pulled down the line by Evans. And will Henderson get there? And he does. Snow cone catch, but he gets it to retire the side. All right, the closer, Tom Bergmeyer, in his second inning. And he's going to be facing probably a pinch hitter for sure, because this is the bottom of the order. So let's see. It's going to be Davis. We'll let Davis bat. Oh, wait, Davis is a lefty, so we're going to bring in somebody else here. We're going to bring in somebody to pinch hit for the lefty. Let's see who we got. I'm going to bring in Mike Edwards. He's a righty. I'm pretty sure he's available. Dave McKay's available. He's a righty, about 244. I know McKay's available for sure. Let me look at the other scorecards real quick, the other score sheets real quick, just to see who's available. Davis, Klutz, Heath. Mike Heath is another one who's available. All right. So Davis. All right, so Davis is the guy who is available. So we're going to bring in Mike Heath and Dave McKay. Elliott is also here available. Let's look for Elliott. You get every player, so that's good. So Heath is a right-handed hitting guy, so we want that. And then Mike Elliott is another right-handed hitting guy. Randy Elliott. I'm sorry, not Mike Elliott. Randy Elliott. Those two guys are going to pinch hit. All right, see what happens. So we're going to get a pinch hitter here. It's going to be Randy. He does pinch hit around this time. He's got 2 L's and 2 T's in his name. He's a right-handed hitter. He's a real pinch hitter / DH because he only has 39 at bats. But he will be pinch hitting. See what happens. See if he gets lucky. That's what's a lot of this is luck. So here goes. Here's the pitch from Bergmeyer. In the 9th inning, it's a 64. 64 is a blank on Bergmeyer. That's going to be see what it is. It's going to be a line out to the second baseman, Jerry Remy. He's there. 1 away. Now it's going to be Mickey Klutz. We're going to let Mickey Klutz bat. Here's a pitch. It's a 61. 61 is a blank. Bergmeyer, it's a strikeout. So Klutz goes down swinging. So the A's are down to the last out. We can have Mario Guerrero, 2 home runs. So we're going to bring in Mike Heath to pinch hit for Mario Guerrero. That's Mike Heath, pinch hitter. See what happens. Here's a pitch. That is a 56. That's a curveball, and he's out in front. Strike 3. Retires aside. Game is over. The Red Sox beat the A's by a score of 3-2. Matt Key was going to take the loss. The win is going to go to Mike Torres, and the save is going to go to Tom Bergmeyer. Good close game, exciting till the end. And I'll tell you, the line score is going to be Red Sox 3 runs, 5 hits, and no errors, 5 left on base. The A's with 2 runs, 8 hits, 1 error, and 7 left on base. So that's it. That's all from Oakland, Alameda County Coliseum. And the A's dropped to 2-2 in our little mini part of the schedule that we're replaying. 2-2. So, and next game is I'll tell you, next game we'll play that tomorrow. Next game is going to be Dennis Eckersley and Brian Kingman. That'll be fun. Eckersley against Kingman. All right, this is CP Cards and Dice, and thanks for stopping by. I will see you guys soon.